Doug Speck, President and CEO of Volvo Cars of North America.
So, Doug, who's going to buy you?
We're actually not for sale that I'm aware of.
You're not?
No. I mean, the reality of the statement that we've made thus far is we are actually reviewing Volvo, Ford is, to decide whether or not to sell.
That's funny, because all the newspapers are saying.
Well, the rumors run ripe, don't they?
They certainly do.
Genuinely, I think the reality is that Ford is saying, listen, as a business, we know we've got to be very good at a few things rather than being average at everything. And in the car business, if you're not very good, you're failing. And I think the big question is, can we afford to be very good at all the brands we have? And that's the current kind of question that they're going out to answer. Having answered that, then they'll decide whether or not they need to sell Volvo.
So, if you do get sold, will you be able to take the safety moniker with you? Because that is what Volvo has always been known for.
I think without doubt. And no question. I mean, in the end, we still are very much a self-sustaining business. The investments we make are contained within the Volvo business. We have our own safety center. All of the research, et cetera, is all still being done by us corporately in Sweden. It's all part of ingrained within the Volvo business. So, to me, safety leadership is the asset that people buy when they buy the Volvo brand. All right, so they're going to be very, very clear that if that's the direction it goes, they're going to take it with it.
Always, Volvo is known for safety. How concerned are you then with fuel economy?
My personal opinion is today you have to be good at everything. I mean, there's so much competition in the marketplace in our industry. You can't afford just to be good at safety. So you need to be good at fuel efficiency, which is growing as a purchase consideration in America and likely will continue to be. You have to be good at design, you have to be good at technology, and you have to be good at safety. You have to have a good value in order to compete and win in the marketplace. So, we're actually right now in Europe rolling out a series of advancements as it relates to fuel efficiency and CO2 reduction, and you will see those begin to come to America in the coming years, and we think it's critical. Our brand has been known, in addition to safety, as an environmentally conscious brand. We're bound and determined to continue to be known for that as well.
Cafe is all about miles per gallon.
Yes.
And my federal tax dollars, yours too, go into spending a lot of money with the government just to make a cafe and to enforce cafe. The auto companies then either have to spend a lot of money trying to fight cafe or enforce cafe with their automobiles. I'm wondering if there might be a better way that both sides don't have to spend so much time and money on this, and maybe have an incentive, a tax credit of some type, where if you have a certain miles per gallon and maybe a percentage of a car that's made in America or something, you get a tax credit, an incentive to buy that type of car instead. How would that sit?
Well, I think they've already taken their toe and dipped it in the water in the incentive world. I mean, there today is incentives out there for those who buy high fuel efficiency vehicles like hybrids, up to 70,000 units, $2,500 credit, I think, on your taxes.
That means you have to have a hybrid or something.
Well, you have to buy a fuel efficient car, and you'll get a tax credit.
Right, but there are gasoline
efficient ones. And they've just extended it, I think, to a couple of diesel entrants that just came to the marketplace. So it isn't hybrid specific. It's about maximizing fuel efficiency. My personal opinion is that it's rare that it's just one thing that solves a problem. And usually it's a sequence of things that changes the way that people behave and the reasons that people buy products that will allow you to go from where you're at to where you'd like to be. So probably incentives will be a component of that. There is a rising chorus to say, let's follow the European model and start to put more taxes on gas. And ultimately we'll change human behavior and their purchase decisions on the back of that, like Europe did. That's the route they followed. And it did drive smaller products, more fuel-efficient products as a mainstream kind of an automobile purchase in Europe. And then lastly, clearly the U.S. automakers and the rest of the automakers around the world have recognized that regardless of what the government does, the consumer is more and more interested in fuel efficiency in any manner, and we've got to be prepared to meet that demand. So, yes, the government's likely to go out there with CAFE legislation. In my opinion, likely you'll see some more incentives. But even if you put that aside for the moment, the manufacturers have to understand that the consumer is more and more going to be interested in fuel efficiency, and we need to be able to build cars that meet demand. That's what we do for a living. We meet.
Doug Speck, thank you very much.
Yes, thank you. Enjoyed it.